Hello everyone, welcome to a brand new video, and I'm doing a slightly different type of video from the usual videos on this channel. Most of my videos, at least as of lately, I don't know if this holds true for the entire course of my channel, but they've been Hoplite Battle Royale videos. I've recently been enjoying making Hoplite videos, and I definitely think that the way this channel has been doing, you guys are liking those videos too. However, I still really wanted to make this video for a little bit now, and obviously, as I said earlier, this is a bit different because this is Deathmatch Arena and not Hoplite Battle Royale, which is odd because almost all of my videos have been Hoplite Battle Royale. Pretty much everyone probably has no clue what this is, but I'll talk about that later. And that whole spiel about this being different than the usual stuff on my channel will heavily relate to my main point, which I'll get to later. But coming into 2025, there's some serious problems regarding Hoplite, let alone from just a YouTube perspective, but Hoplite came out over a year ago, and from day one of beta testing, I've been super excited about it. I was literally there the first day. It was an early beta access or something like that, but I remember there was a queue and everything, and I was playing even then the first day you possibly could. Despite the first week being a little bit rough, which was expected to be fair, I always really liked what Hoplite was, and I was really excited to make content on there because it was a server that was truly centered around YouTube orientated 1.20 PvP minigames. I mean, either that or it was just Hypixel UHC in 1.20 with some extra stuff. But the key thing I remember hearing the most from other people around that time was that it was going to end up just like Bed Wars, which is not a good thing to hear because Bed Wars is kind of dead now, at least from a YouTube perspective. It was gonna die in a matter of time because the sentiment at the time was you can't beat Hypixel. However, the reason for this was, as I said before, because the common sentiment was that Hoplite was just UHC with style. Well, I think Hoplite is great. There was some validity to that. I mean, the sidebars looked the same, and some of the crafts overlapped heavily. I mean, all of the crafts really overlapped to a strong extent. The basic crafts, at least. I mean, let's be honest, that quick pick recipe and speed pickaxe recipe, or not speed pickaxe, what's it called? It's the smelter's pickaxe, looked super different, very unique and different from each other. But nonetheless, we really needed something new, so it was really a question of what more they had to offer than just UHC. And to answer that question, yeah, there was definitely a lot more to it. Since UHC is one of the oldest game modes in Minecraft with a long history, much of which was rooted in the content being made around large groups of creators, Hoplite should be destined to be successful. Even from the beginning, I can remember when huge creators from Lifesteal like Parrot, RedArcherYT, MinuteTech were playing Hoplite and even creating content around it, as well as speedsilver himself making videos and all of them pulling in hundreds of thousands of views per video. Small creators were building channels from the ground up, such as when Floatives became recognized as the #1 player on the leaderboards. His channel, along with many other small Hoplite creators of the time, really started to blow up. Creators like Zova and Scotty, who had been in the UHC scene for a long time, were switching over to Hoplite from 1.8 UHC on Hypixel and performing astronomically better than they were previously. Hypixel just wasn't it anymore and hadn't been for a while, which meant that Hoplite was the place to be making minigame content for Minecraft if you were willing to adapt to the newer version of PvP. And I think it's safe to say that all of this wouldn't be happening if it was just another UHC server that happened to be on 1.20, which is what people were originally claiming. Even with a big creator such as speedsilver as the owner, if that was all it was, there just wouldn't be this much hype around it. So why was there so much hype around this, well, simple UHC server? When Hoplite first released, it created something truly unprecedented. Minigame content has never been made with the intent of it being successful on YouTube, at least. It's not built for YouTube. As we're nearing the end of 2024, the Minecraft scene on YouTube has started to gain a little bit of an understanding of how much YouTube has changed. It's no longer a question of who's the most cracked 1.8 or 1.7 top PvP montage maker, because actual video structure and progression is required to be successful on YouTube. You have to give people a reason to care nowadays, as the YouTube scene is getting more and more competitive. So what if a YouTuber that has managed to build a massive audience off of these principles and understands it to the fullest extent with the background and minigame content were to build a server, and more specifically a battle royale minigame that creates that YouTube structure naturally? And hey, connecting it to a YouTuber with millions of subscribers would do numbers for the impressions rates on those videos too, like the videos being made on the server, let's be fair. Well, if it's not already apparent, that is speedsilver. And that's what he did when creating Hoplite Battle Royale. That's why so many big content creators cared. It wasn't just a UHC game mode, it was a UHC game mode that brought in these crazy new ideas for custom weapons that created a unique UHC experience. The legendary weapons were insane and held huge potential for content to be made and gameplay to be interesting. There was a Midas sword that could go up to sharpness 10. There was a dragon katana that could teleport you. There was a stupid shrink ray, which sucks and I hate it. Anyway, moving on to the point, is all these new legendary weapons made the game unique and super innovative. That is until Hoplite hit another huge dilemma. Now, in all fairness, there is a question we really need to ask. Is this just 1.20 hypixel UHC with custom crafts that are different slightly? Don't get me wrong, these custom crafts are really cool, but some of these just feel really gimmicky and they're getting kind of old now. A lot of the creators that built their platforms off of Hoplite content started looking for new content avenues, and the server as a whole started to decline. Wait, is that a new update? Did someone say a crap ton of new legendary weapons and more gimmicks? Okay, why is there a survival game spawn? Why can you PvP before the actual PvP? Is this a gimmick or just straight up an innovative new feature? Honestly, only time will tell, because it does feel like something we've seen before. And how much longer can Hoplite really just stick to adding new things to one game mode that we've already seen to some extent somewhere else? Because survival games is a thing that already exists, let's be honest here. To be fair, it is bringing back interest to Hoplite, and speedsilver is uploading videos of his own again. Creators from the UHC scene are coming back to post Hoplite, and this could really be the beginning of a Hoplite resurgence that could last, or it might not. Well, I personally don't think it's gonna last at all in the long term, because it's the same game with just the survival game spawn added to it and a strategical PvP phase, which is smart, but that's all it is. Who knows for sure, because only time will really tell. However, the clock is ticking there, and history does tend to repeat itself, so we might see that happen again. However, I didn't make this video to just yap about Hoplite, because as I said at the beginning of the video, my personal content has been pretty much solely Hoplite for a while, and I think I'm starting to realize that's a really dangerous thing. Don't get me wrong, I do love getting these free tens of thousands of impressions that are pretty much guaranteed by uploading Hoplite because of the way the algorithm connects it to speedsilver, and it's just free impressions. But I'm scared, man. Recently, I made a community post regarding one of my recent videos that wasn't Hoplite Battle Royale, and the consensus was stick to Hoplite, bud, because people on my channel only know my Hoplite content and I want to do other cool stuff. I have some really sick ideas that I really want to do, and some of those ideas I've already recorded, but these involve me expanding beyond the framework of Hoplite. And if people only care about my videos that are just Hoplite, then I'm kind of trapped in a situation where anything else I post, even if it's better and more unique and just something I enjoy making more, it will do so much worse. Obviously, I'm stating something that really goes without saying, because that's just how YouTube works, and I'm assuming most of you guys subscribe for Hoplite content. However, I really wanted to bring this yap session to the main idea, which is that I don't want to stick to Hoplite. I've been doing Hoplite content for over a year now, and I don't even hate playing the game. So it's not like I want to stop making Hoplite content in its entirety. However, I really want to start posting newer stuff too. These could be other mini games I've come up with myself. Remember when my content was based around me making cool mini games that I could make videos around? To be fair, I forgot too. But the main point is that's what my content used to be. This used to be a Minecraft 1.20 channel, not a Hoplite channel. And while Hoplite still falls under that category, I don't want it to be the only content I make, because at that point this is just Red Hoplite. That serious problem with Hoplite Battle Royale is low-key not making for epic content. Also, I've been working on this thing where you guys can probably see from the gameplay, where I've been working on a small 1.21 server thing which I can build ideas that I want to make videos on. However, I'm selfish and I just want to make random cool ideas that come to my head so I can make my own videos. So I don't know if I'm going to make this a super big thing. It's not going to be like a huge server or anything. Like, it's not gonna be some sort of Hoplite-esque thing. I'm just trying to make something cool and games that I can create content around. Obviously, it will still be a public server, but I just want to make stuff that's epic and more variety too. I also have some borderline psychotic challenges I want to try that's relevant to Minecraft PvP in 1.20. They're going to be super interesting, so while I'm not going to be stopping Hoplite content in its entirety, look out for new stuff that could include videos like the zone battle minigame I've done many times before, or new stuff that I'm working on, but I don't want to spoil. Also, I'm going to be making the server a thing because I can just plop all my mini games here and play them with people because my channel is small, so it's hard to get people for some of my more chaotic ideas that require a lot of people. Anyways, do look forward to that. And while I'm assuming most people are thinking, cool, that's still some Hoplite content, I guess, I think I'm going to slowly shift out of doing that, to be honest, and I hope that people will exist for the other stuff I'm doing. Anyways, I'm starting to repeat myself, so I'm going to end the video there. If you guys feel like it, leave a like, subscribe, I guess, but like not for guaranteed Hoplite stuff, because other cool stuff is going to be happening too, and it's in the same realm of like content style, so you guys will probably like it. So do leave a like, do subscribe, please, thank you. Granted, this isn't even a Hoplite Battle Royale video, which I'm glad about because it's not gonna do numbers and I can just yap about my thoughts here and just say what I'm thinking for content wise and the future of my channel. Okay, bye now.